which Gary might not be happy about, as the SEC just ended their case with Grayscale and have yet to appeal it. I don't think they could anymore. Might be past the time that they could. But Grayscale is set to launch the first XRP trust, which is paving the way for a potential ETF. This is also coming from Eleanor Terrett, hot and off the press. So let's take a gander. Let's take a look. On Thursday morning, the company will announce, which, again, Grayscale, will announce the launch of the U.S.'s first XRP trust, a so-called closed-end fund that will offer accredited investors direct exposure to XRP. The crypto token is native to a blockchain known as XRP Ledger, XRPL, which facilitates cross-border transactions of blockchain payments giant Ripple. A trust and an ETF are two different investment products where an ETF must be approved by the SEC since it's marketed directly to retail, while a trust structure and sales pitch to so-called accredited investor gets a lighter regulatory touch. Even so, a trust can become an ETF with the right regulatory approvals to have already done that, which is with their Bitcoin and Ether products. The company has launched an intended phase product life for its cycle XRP trust, leaving open the possibility of an ETF at some point in the future. And they're really the ones responsible for a lot of the ETFs that have happened already, due to the fact that they had to go to court with the SEC and the courts had to approve the Bitcoin ETF and couldn't let the SEC not let Grayscale convert the trust to an ETF. So this is something that Gary Gensler must be absolutely on fire over. Although, maybe this was the plan all along, to take some money from Ripple, get some bags, hold back XRP until they couldn't anymore. And we also know that the former Grayscale CEO said in a CNBC interview, I believe about last year already, said that they have a lot of digital trusts, a slew of them, and that he plans for all of them, or he planned for all of them to become ETFs. Gary Gensler knew that once the Bitcoin ETF got approved, it was opening Pandora's box to the rest of the digital asset industry to bring that to TradFi. But of course, people are upset when it comes to SAB 121, which is a rule that prevents regulated institutions like banks from custodying crypto assets, which means that they cannot have any sort of safety in the minds of TradFi, where they rather have the banks custody the assets rather than something like an exchange. Wes, I'm going to go into XRP right now because she's important. Crossing over the critical level of 54.5 cents, crossing the 200-day SMA at 55. Boy, we had this news that's propping up the price today, bringing us at 6% at this moment, but from the opening to wick high was about 9%, about 10% actually. Retracing just a little bit there as we had a green dot just printing on market Cipher, pulling up the momentum. Money flow is now coming in because we have some news, and the VWAP is pumped. We also see that the RSI just shot into bullish territory from neutral. Now, XRP's bullish scenario is 64 cents. The selling pressure there is massive. And you want to close above the 55 cent 200-day SMA for days on days to come because it might give you some bullish price action.